If you're looking for professional day trading education, you've come to the right place. My name is Pat Mitchell. I've been a professional day trader for the past 11 years, and I'm here to bring you exactly that professional day trading education, all here for free on YouTube and on X. And tonight, we're going to be going over a trade that I took, but more importantly, I'm going to be taking a deep dive into why your entries are important. I'm going to show you how to fix it. And more importantly, even more so, I'm going to show you why it matters and why this is such an important lesson. So without any further ado, give me 1 sec. I am going to fire up these charts. I hope you guys all had a great day. I certainly did. Now give me 1 quick sec. And let's do this. Okay, folks. So now that we're into the charts, we're going to go over this trade. Now, for those of you that are just joining us, maybe you've never seen this channel before. Maybe this is your first time. These levels that you see, these blue levels, these are levels that are struck prior to the market open, never after the fact. Okay, so these are done at a minimum of 30 minutes prior to the market open. So today we have something a little bit different. We have a range that we're working with. So on SPY, you can see back-to-back levels that fall within risk. Therefore, we enter into this level, and if it wanted to keep coming down without bouncing at all, you would hold that risk. And same thing on Qs, long and short. Because of the nature of the market right now and that big sell-off day due to extreme and gross manipulation, it's a wide range. So number one, your risk is going to be wider. I discussed this yesterday in yesterday's recap and live trade analysis. So I would recommend going to check that out. So we didn't take any trades on Qs. It was solely on SPY here today. So I'm going to go into the one chart and give us a little bit more of a clearer view. And this was a very simple, straightforward trade. The only thing that was difficult was expressing patience. A lot of times in these trades, when they start selling off, coming down into that level, a lot of people will be super impatient. They're going to execute that. And then they'll start averaging in. But because of, again, the nature of this wide range market, that level is at 655.50. And that's going all the way down into 653. It's far too wide because plus these are just your levels of execution, not your risk, right? So you're from where you would start in on that, you're looking at probably close to 2 points, if not 2.25 points. It's way too far and just completely fucking retarded to do so. So you really have to express patience in this market or you're absolutely going to get spanked. That's why I'm seeing so many people on social media, on YouTube videos and everything else talking about taking huge losses when this market is clearly clean as hell both ways. So all you have to do is simply just be patient. So I ended up splitting this trade into two trades. So like I said, this level here and then this level here. Now, if we take a look at the daily chart, you're going to see a lot of support at this first level. So if this is level 1, this is level 2. The first level, we have lows here, highs here. There's a lot of volume. Those are volume zones, okay? Plus, we have pre-market lows. So it's a valid trade. So as it comes down into that level, I will execute that trade. I even said as soon as I executed, this is probably going to fail and come to the lower level. So we're prepared for that. As it comes down into that lower level, halfway in between is where I hit it again and then waited right for lows, executing that trade. So 2 trades. And then it ended up giving a third opportunity. So as it comes up to retest former support, so above is support, below is resistance. As it tests that former support, now testing as resistance. So basically technical analysis 101, I am paying myself out fully on that trade. That's where you're seeing these sells right here. It's right back into that. That is called trading professionally, folks. I'm not looking to get it way the fuck up here on my first couple of trades here. It is about being incremental. one step at a time. If you take the step approach or incremental approach to your trading, yes, you may end up executing one or two extra trades, but I'll tell you what, it is very difficult to fail, and it is very difficult in order to be read on the day, hence the consistency that you see on this channel. So I was working with my live trading members, which is a small focus group of traders, and we were going over this trade live. And my live trading course and class is different than what most people offer. I'm looking for very specific instruction and trades in order to guide them through difficult trades or difficult situations in order to get them over their hurdles. It's not something you just come in and shadow my trades. That's why I don't offer it to the public. It's only for members that have been with me for a certain amount of time, a minimum amount of time, because I want to make sure the people that are coming in, and I have excluded people from that where they have purchased it and had to refund it because they're simply not ready for it, and or they didn't have the right mentality for it. So it's a very different program. That's why I don't necessarily talk about that, nor is it a product that I offer. So working with the live trading members, even going over this third trade. So so I want to explain something. It's going to sound a little repetitive, but this level here, right? That's our main level we're working with. Above is support. Below is resistance. So as it comes into support, it holds support and bounces. Then it fails support, comes to next support, bounces off that support, comes into retest resistance. It gets above, pulls back, and tests it as support. The reason why I went through it like that, basically talking to people like their children, is not to be an asshole or condescending. It's to point out how these trades move. These trades move a certain way every single day. It's actually quite simple. It's if you keep your analysis like technical analysis 101 and you base your trades off of that, the problem is a lot of people want to get fancy with their shit. And there's nothing fancy about this. It just produces results. And at the end of the day, that's what we're looking for as traders. So once it gets above that support again, pulls back, I am looking to execute. That is my next area of execution. And then simply, I'm going to clean up this chart one sec. As soon as it came up to test this peak right here, which is now resistance, this right here, I am paying myself in that trade. As it pushes through and gives me follow through, I am paying myself, and I'm paying myself with a target of right there. That's my target. Okay. Right where it came down, held, and then decided to bail. I only trade to targets, guys. That's it. So now I want to talk about something. So that was the trade. I locked in $919. Remember, working with this would normally be about probably a $7,000 trade. But because I'm working with my live trading members, I am using small size, specifically on Tuesdays. Fridays, I will trade with a little bit more size. But I try and use size that they would be comfortable with using or they're in the area of using. So on Tuesdays, you will generally see smaller P&L out of me. But overall, very nice trade. I don't care about the P&L. It is about how it is managed. And it was managed beautifully. Now I want to point something out. I've got a piece of paper here. And I did this live because I find a lot of people show a lack of patience in their sells when they are pulling profits. They spend so much time being patient, waiting for the right entries, right? The right entries. They are waiting for it and they're patient. They're doing a good job. But the second they get in the trade, they're fucking selling immediately. And people will always make the statement, traders or button clickers will end up making the statement, why are my losses always bigger than my gains or my wins? Well, it's because you're showing a lack of patience in your trade. So on this here, this last trade I took, so right here, I worked out where my sells are and I excluded these and I started in here. This is where I started. Not even here, but in here. And I saved myself 20, I believe it was 21 or 22%. So I made an additional 20 or 21 or 22%. And because I execute via options, through being patient with all of my, you can see the top there, with all of those numbers, what that is where I sold opposed to where most people will sell. Okay. And it's very small, but it all adds up. And this was an exercise in showing how these small decisions add up. Just on this last little bit of this trade here, guys, I made an additional 59 cents of premium. That's huge. Like I said, it's 21 or 22% extra on that trade. Okay. Through selling, through waiting for the pushes of those candles. Now, if you're focused, you can clearly feel, you can feel it. This is what's very hard to describe and hard to teach. But it is a feeling of that candle pushing. Okay. And if you're patient and you're focused and you're waiting for it, this is why most people, if they would have executed these trades with the exact same size, they would have walked away with about $300 to $400, where I'm making almost $1,000 on it. Okay. And again, if someone was using even more size, they're going to be even more skittish because they don't, number one, have their emotions under control. And as soon as they enter into a trade, they want to get the fuck out instead of just simply working that chart, not worrying about whether it's green or whether it's red, but working the chart for what it is and being focused to see where that candle is pushing and getting your best sell. It's don't get my fucking words twisted either. It's not about entering here and holding all the way to here. Sure, I could have turned this $1,000 trade into a $3,000 trade with the same amount of size. That's not what we're doing. That's gambling. That's retarded. You're not doing anything professional. There's a difference in what I'm talking about. It is feeling the flow of that chart and being focused. And if you can do that, just very small little incremental gains from where you would normally sell to where you should be selling, being that little bit more patient. You're saving yourself 59 cents a premium. And if that doesn't translate to you, right? Maybe you trade equity. That's fine. I execute on the stock chart. It's no different. I'm not an options trader. I just execute via options. That's 21 or 22% extra on the trade just through expressing patience and being focused. That is a huge lesson. Okay. So when you go through your entries charts, and I've told people to do this a million times on this channel alone, go through your entries charts and see where you can make incremental gains and adjustments. I've got a video on how to do it. Go search through the channel. It's there. I'm not going to link it. That's for you to go find. How badly do you want it? It's in the fucking channel. And it'll tell you exactly how to dissect and basically find your problems right on your entries charts. Your entries charts tell you everything you need to know. I've discussed this before where that's why I can call people out, these supposed educators and traders, professional traders. When I see their entries, I know everything there is about that person. Period. They're full of shit because their entries are shit. There's major emotion on the chart. They're not entering correctly. They're chasing. They're doing all the stuff that a newbie would do. So it tells me they're a fucking newbie, right? Like you can see everything you need to see on a person's entries charts, guys. Your whole personality is on that chart. Are you someone that is thorough? Are you someone that is patient? Are you someone that is disciplined? Are you an erratic person? Are you an emotional person? All of that can be seen on your entries charts. So when you send me your entries charts, I know way more about you than you think you do. So It's there, guys. Everything to fix your trading is right in front of your face. It's all right there, folks. And if you still need help, which I do recommend, come learn how to do this. Go over and head over to tricktrades.com. Work with a professional that's been doing this over a decade, or spin your wheels for another 3 fucking years. It's up to you. If not, enjoy the free stuff on the YouTube channel, guys. That's why it's there. I hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I will see you tomorrow. Adios.